Came down to the final day of the regular season, but the Yellowjackets back into the GNAC championships for a second season in a row and third time in the last 4 years. Katlyn, talk about the way that you guys found out you were in. It was after you had beat Central Washington at your team's end-of-the-year banquet.
Well, we all definitely had our phones out. Some people had computers actually at the banquet, watching the stats and streaming the game. So kind of throughout the whole banquet, it was, okay, do a little presentation, come back, what's the score? Do a presentation, what's the score? It was definitely, everyone was nervous. Everyone was, excited because obviously our chances were still alive. I know Western Oregon had scored first, and we celebrated, and then it felt like 30 seconds later Simon Fraser scored, and so it's like celebration and then back to tense. And then after we had finished all our presentations, we actually put up the game on the big screen and watched the overtimes, and it was just a lot of celebration, a lot of cheering. It was cool because it was the girls and their parents and the coaches, and everybody kind of got to have that moment of, we are going on, we did what we needed to do, and everything else went in our favor, so it was definitely cool.
And you've had an outstanding career here, one of the best ever at MSUB, and you've shown that success through making it to these 3 tournaments in your 4 seasons. What does it mean to be going back now as a senior?
This season, we may not have gotten all the results we wanted, but I think the biggest thing in getting through to the tournament was the fact that we didn't ever give up. We fought through every game, win, lose, or tie, and in the end it ended up paying off. So that's really awesome to be going again my senior year, a good way to finish out my career here.
And your thoughts on facing Western Washington? You got to play them one time during the regular season, lost 2-0 at their place. What were some takeaways from that game that'll help you facing them on Thursday?
That game and just seeing how they've done throughout the season. Obviously, they're undefeated, but they have shown that they can be scored on, and nobody is invincible. So we're just going to go in, give our all, and hope for the best.
Well, coming in this season, I know a lot of us talked about making it to this spot. Now that we're in, it's going to be a challenge, and it's a challenge we're going to have to face. So we're just excited that we're headed there, and being a freshman going in, it's pretty exciting to get to experience that.
On Saturday against Central Washington, you guys knew what you had to do. It was win or go home, and you needed a little help too. But just talk about what the feeling was like on the field, the atmosphere in an intense game like that.
I felt completely 100% focused throughout the whole team, all the subs coming on, bringing up the energy, giving us a lot of good energy and a lot of good vibes and good positivity, and keeping us up on the field for those who had started the game. I think that our focus and our concentration and our will to win was really what helped us out there.
And then later that evening, you guys actually found out that you were in the tournament in kind of exciting fashion. It was a little out of your hands. You took care of what you needed to on the field, but you needed some help from Western Oregon. Talk about what it was like watching that game as a team, and when Western Oregon scored to win in overtime, the reaction.
We were all a little nervous watching that game. It was just one play after the other. We were getting hyped. We were saying, it was kind of just crazy. And then watching that free kick and watching them score was just stress reliever. It was just all that off your shoulders just went away, and everyone was super hyped, excited. Like, you felt it throughout the whole room.
And now that you are going on the road, what are your thoughts heading into Thursday's game against Western Washington?
I think that if we play like we played against Central Washington, and I think that if we stay 100% focused and if we work really hard, we can definitely go up against them.
Getting a win on Saturday was an incredible feeling. We knew how high the stakes were going into the game, that basically we had to win the game in order to even get a chance to go to GNAC, and not only that, but it was senior day and potentially those 4 seniors' last game. So I made it a personal goal going into the game that I was going to give it my all in order to make sure that it wouldn't be those seniors' last game. And just as a team, I think despite all the pressure that was on us, we were just going to focus on having fun, going out there, playing our game, and just enjoying our last game at home. At halftime, Steven told us, he asked us who was going to be the hero in that game, and then we went out into the second half, and within 5 minutes, Alicia put away that beautiful goal. And she became that hero for us. But overall, it was a complete team effort, and I'm super proud of all the girls for getting that win on Saturday. Katlyn has just been an absolute amazing leader this year. She leads not only on the field but off the field, and she always leads by example. She's just been incredible for us, and she absolutely deserves to get first team all-conference. Just playing next to her every game, I feel absolutely secure more confident, and her confidence, I think, translates into all the field players.
Last season you were on the team that made it to the GNAC championship, so you have that experience under your belt. How's that going to help you this week playing on that high of a stage, and how are you going to help the younger players understand what it's going to take to compete in a game like that?
Definitely making it to GNAC last year has made me more confident this season as we head to GNAC again. Just as a team, it's been our goal since day one to make the GNAC tournament, but now that we've done that, we're not satisfied. We're going to Vancouver to win, and I just think if I'm confident in myself and all the players around me that we are going to be able to get a win, and it's just going to translate throughout everybody on the entire team.
Well, I think we executed very well. We were ready for Central, and I think both teams knew what they were playing for, basically to qualify for GNAC conference tournament. So, yeah, no, I mean, we definitely show up for the game. We had an awesome game. Alicia scored, unbelievable 6 goals, and I think our defense, starting with Sarah, Kari, Kate, Kenna, and Chloe did an outstanding job. I think just limiting Central 3 shots on goal. So yeah, no, I think it was a very good game for us. I mean, 2 very good teams playing on Saturday and trying to get in the conference tournament, and that's GNAC for you. Having 3 teams tie, that's how tight and difficult the conference is.
One of your players who has some experience and will lead you into the GNAC on Thursday, Katlyn Lokay. She's been named the GNAC Player of the Week defensively in her last career regular season week, and then also she's a first-team All-GNAC pick announced on Tuesday. Just comment on her play, what she's meant to this program, and how she's going to lead you this week.
Katlyn, I mean, it's hard to explain in words. I mean, this is her 3rd GNAC trip to GNAC, and I mean, she's been a true leader since actually before she even got here. When I signed her, I would say she's been awesome. I mean, a player like that doesn't come very often. She needs very little guidelines from me. Even as a freshman, we play her. I think every game she had a different position. So I mean, she requires very little coaching. Awesome player, awesome person on and off the field, and I mean, that's why she's been the captain for 3 years in a row, because she's very mature in her decisions, and I always know what I'm gonna get from Katlyn. There's not even one training or game that I have to question myself: is she gonna show up? Yeah, she shows up for every training, every game, and also does awesome in the classroom, being all academic conference. I think 2013 and 14, and it looks like 15 as well. So definitely a true leader. Very respected by her teammates, and I think she knows what it takes to get to GNAC and conference, and how important this game on Thursday will be for us.
And your thoughts on your opponent, Western Washington? They won the GNAC regular season title. You played them once at their place and lost 2-0. What were some takeaways from that game, and how will you apply them to Thursday's match?
Yeah, I mean, we know what Western, how they're gonna play. We've talked about it on Monday, on Tuesday. We have a pretty good game plan against them, and they actually have been giving up some goals lately. So yeah, no, we know they're gonna come out strong at us, and we just need to keep playing what we've been doing. I mean, that's kind of our strategy. I think last 4 or 5 games have been very successful for us, and I know some of them we didn't win, but they were very close. Like the one against Concordia could have gone either way. So yeah, well, I mean, we're ready. I mean, we lost 2-0. The second goal was a set piece of a free kick. So but I think we had a good game against them, so we're definitely ready for them.